next?
Put your cleansing stuff on.
Correct. We're going to do her eye and lip.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Eye makeup remover.
We're going to do her eye and lip. Now, it's a little bit different. I did make my cleansing pads. I already have them warming up, or staying warm, I should say, in the hot towel cavi. Do y'all remember how many we make?
5 to 6.
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
Like little sets. Okay. So I have those in here. I always make over, so I have 6. I also have her butterflies in there as well. So I've pre-made them, put them in here so they don't get cold. All right. So we're going to do her eye makeup first. Now, remember we were telling you about the Dermed product? It's not a cream, so I can't put it on the back of my hand. It's an actual liquid. So I need a cup. Do we have any cups? Did we forget that?
Yeah, I probably didn't grab them.
Ah, okay.
Is there any cups in that card over
Is
there?
there like the little bitty product cups so I can put it in there? So that being said, thanks. So that being said, we're going to be, no, I'm good. I got this one. Thank you, though. So that being said, we know how we're going to, we've been learning to take it in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 swoop, right? Well, obviously we can't do that with a liquid. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently, but we're still going to remove it the same way that we're supposed to. So when you get it, we're going to dispense it in the cup to you like this. So when you come back here and you start. So we're going to have, these are in little eye rounds. The pre-made ones are already in your drawer. Supposed to be stocked. So I'm going to dampen the eye round first. Okay, we don't want it saturated with water because that would get into the client's eye. And that would be good. So I'm just going to put a little bit of product on both of these rounds, okay? Make sure there's not too much water in there. I'm just going to come behind it and go like this. Very lightly, okay? I'm just going to press them in. I'm not poking her eye. I'm just taking the pads of my little fingers and slightly pressing, okay? And it feels good too, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Because what are you doing? You're admitting your energy into them. You're helping them relax. You're also loosening up their eye makeup. All right? And they're getting used to your touch. Let them sit there on the skin, okay? Now, while we're doing this, because some people wear heavier makeup than others, and she's relaxing as well, we're going to go in there and do the lip area. Now, remember I said you can use a tissue or cotton. But really, I'm going to use a tissue. We're going to take this, fold it, and again, we can use a little bit of the creamy cleanser if we like, if we want to use that. I can put it on the back of my hand if it'll pump out the right way.
It's a new bottle, so.
See how you only need a little bit, guys? And then we folded this up. I'm just going to take a little there. Okay. We'll brace her lip. We're going to go this way. That was a lot. Taste good? I'm going to fold it that way. And we're going to go this way. How many times? She is filming. 3, right. So 3 times. Everything in 3s. All right, so now we're going to go back.
Sorry. It was in our mouth.
That's got it. You don't want your client to do that. That was funny. That really was funny. Okay, so now we're going to come back and remember we want to brace the area. And this is where it's going to come into play, the 3. Okay, so we're going to take it off like that and remove, and then we're going to do the 1, 2, 3. And how much pressure do you think I'm applying? Medium pressure?
Very light.
Very light. Okay. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, right? Just making sure you're all paying attention. Okay. You can hear somebody in the kitchenette over there. Okay, so what's next?
Cleanser.
Right, okay. So, I'm going to act like I got it out of a little product container we give you. Put it on the back of my hand. That's what I'm doing, okay? Now, what if your hands are cold?
Warm them up.
Right. So my hands are a little bit cold, so Brandy's just going to deal with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how many times do I do this? 3. And what do we not forget to clean?
The neck.
Décolleté. So now we can just kind of cleanse the skin a little bit there. Now, what if I want to add water? What I would do is I don't just go like that. I go like this, and we don't ever want to leave the client, okay? I'm going to go that. I'm going to add a little bit of water to my hand, a little bit of slip there. Okay? And I wouldn't go and take the actual water, come and over. Why do y'all think?
Splash it.
It's going to splash them, and then it'll get too drippy. That's one of the worst things is when you have drippage behind the client. Oh my God, it's so uncomfortable. So now I'm just doing a little bit of friction, cleanse the skin. And see, while I'm cleansing, I'm still looking at her skin. I mean, I don't need the mag lamp. I mean, you're already starting to think about what kind of skin she has, right? Alright, so now we're going to go over here and take our little pads. These cleaning pads, they drive me crazy. These cleansing pads. I'm going to show you all a way in just a second that you can use besides this way. Okay, you can do it like that. Or, what I like to do is I like to make a mitt. Kind of unfold it, and you go like this, you kind of stretch it a little bit, take it and bring it around. And you'll see why I like it better. You have more control. Because sometimes you feel a little bit awkward with these big mitt, you know, these big balls of cotton. Okay, see? Watch. See how it's the same movement? I just have more control. But either way, you can do it. It doesn't matter. I just prefer this way. Do what you like. How many times do I do it?
3.
3 times. I don't know what y'all are going to do to people that have a problem with cotton.
Are there people that have
Look at
problems with cotton?
Yeah.
2. There's 2 of y'all.
Just dry.
But hey, at least it's
Wet's
2 of y'all, and you don't
fine.
feel like, you know, you're the odd man out.
It's like styrofoam. I don't know. The texture.
Texture.
Gross. Makes me nauseous.
Okay, so now what's next? Y'all tell me.
You said don't really.
No, tell me.
Oh.
Like the actual.
Put your butterfly on.
Butterfly. Don't judge. Those were already kind of pre-made in the cotton when I enrolled it. So I said, hey, I'll go with it. Don't want to waste. So now, mag lamp. This is where your client starts to feel very vulnerable. You know, we already discussed earlier when we were talking about some of her concerns with her skin. You know, before I stepped out, I let her know, you know, what to do, instruction as far as undressing, how to lie, and what she had to expect when we came back in. I already told her, well, when I come back in, we're going to cleanse your skin, and then we're going to have a look to see what's going on. So she already knows in her mind, right? So now I turn it on, and I'm like, okay, we're going to have a look at your skin. The light's a little bit bright. Let them know that, and turn it on before you go over to them, because they can kind of, you already sense it anyway, okay? So now I'm going to bring it over here. Like that. All right, so y'all need to walk me through this. Tell me what I'm looking for. The first thing, what did I tell y'all we were going to do?
Pores.
All right, so we got to figure out what kind of skin type she is. So we're going to look at her pores, her follicles, the C. So, but remember, I'm touching and I'm feeling while I look. because I'm already assessing. All right, so I'm looking at her pores through her T-zone area. Now, what if I didn't find any? What kind of skin would she have? What if I'm like, they're so small? Normal or dry skin, right? Now, I know she doesn't have dry skin just because of the fact that, you know, I could tell with the cleanser her skin didn't really absorb it too much. Also, I can look at her follicles because in her T-zone area, I can see they're a little bit more open, but not to where they're too bad. They're more open in her cheek area. So what is this telling me about her skin?
Combination.
Well, it's coming out. I mean, she does have the pores are open through the T-zone area, but they're also even coming out in the cheek area too.
Oily.
Yeah, so she has oily skin. The thing with, okay, so we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh.
I see why you're thinking sensitive, because you see red, right?
Oh no, because you are telling
Yeah, like you're thinking of the rosacea. I know where you're going with that. Like sometimes when you have dilated pores, it's more, I know what you mean with that. But for her right now, we're just trying to think of the skin type, like what type of skin she has. So we figured out she has more of an oily skin. And we can even ask her, how oily is it? So you can start talking to your client. So throughout the day, do you feel like your skin gets a little bit more oily or?
Not so much anymore. It used to be.
Is it starting to kind of change
But
over the past year or two?
It's definitely changed in the past year.
Okay, and guess why? I know why. Because I looked at her client questionnaire and I know how old she is. You got to take that into play. So I know that her hormones are going to start to change a little bit at the age that she's at. So I take that into play because your skin starts to get, you know, it's not as oily as if her skin was like 5 years ago. So you kind of, all right, so do you feel like you're still on the oily side but a little bit drier? You're drying, you know, not just drying up.
Right,
I can't say
yeah.
that, yeah. So what was the next thing we look at? So I know she's got more of an oilier skin type. Texture. Well, really, actually, the second thing is we're looking for the skin condition, which you guys haven't completely learned yet. So what are some things on skin conditions, though? Like acne?
Crepey, or is that?
Yeah, because we're looking for
texture?
dehydration. That could be a skin condition, yes. So let's look at that. Remember we were telling you I'm going to take her over here on her cheek. And a good way to be able to check that out is you go like this. And it starts to plump the cheek up. And you can kind of see if it has these little fine lines that come up, like a crepe paper, if it's more of a dehydrated skin. And she is more dehydrated. Most people are dehydrated. So you can think, okay, so you're a little bit dehydrated, and the client's like, oh yeah, I know, you know. Usually, I know, I should drink more water, which that only has some to do with it, not really, but we'll get more into that with nutrition. So a little bit more dehydrated in the cheek area, okay, which is pretty normal. What else am I looking for? I'm still looking for other skin conditions. I mean, you could have several.
Scarring.
Yeah, we have a little bit of post-inflammatory left over, which is a pigmentation. It's from breaking out. Okay.
Now, would you use brightening to get rid of that, or?
Yeah, we could use the brightening cleanser on her. Yep, because she's not actively breaking out. I can also see that you do have a tendency to break out a little bit. You probably break out less now that I know that you aren't as oily as you used to. See, you're starting to like put a story together, a picture together, you know, about the person, about their skin. So are you more limited to breaking out on a monthly basis now? No.
I used to, but now
you really aren't.
I might get
all.
one every like 3 months or so. I mean, it's not bad.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
That's good. So we know that her skin's changing. Because what if she was somebody you've been seeing for a long time? You're really gonna be like, wow, you would totally change. You're always changing up treatment plans anyway because this client's skin is always going to be different. But yeah, you can tell like post-inflammatory where old breakouts were. You know, you can kind of see that. All right. And also, you're looking for what else? You know, the skin condition.
hyperpigmentation, melasma.
Yeah, we looked at that with the skin condition, and then what? Texture. Right. So we're going to feel the skin. Okay, and I can tell in some areas it's smoother than others, but I can also feel a little bit underneath the skin. Texture is a little bit rougher through this area. So this is what's going to make me think about, okay, what kind of treatment do I want to do on her? That kind of thing. I'd love to do an enzyme. I'd love to do that pumpkin that she so likes. That would be fantastic for her skin. You know, it really, really would. It would do good nice on you. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
What else am I looking for? Anybody? You think that's it? We've looked at the skin type, the skin condition, the texture, the tone of the skin, right? How about her elasticity and her firmness? Right? So we know, yeah, we kind of want to check for elasticity. Her elasticity's nice. She's not, doesn't have crepey, loose elastosis.
Not sagging yet.
Yes. I don't want to say, oh wow, your skin is really saggy. You know, you're not going to say that. But what else am I going to do? Remember what I said you always want to do? Compliment them. Just like I can say, wow, your elasticity is nice and firm. So that's a good thing, right? And I'm also, too, when I'm looking, don't forget to look at the décolleté area. All right? Because some women, you would be blown away. You might see all kinds of things on their skin that's going on that you want to treat, you want to help them with, and they don't even care. They're like, well, my neck really looks bad. You're thinking, what about your face? But that's okay. This is all a part of it as well. So you want to be looking at the neck area as well, and just kind of say, okay, well, also looking through here, I do see a little bit of sun damage. You know, let them know about that, and they'll say, yeah, I know. And just talk to them. Just say, so are you wearing your SPF on a daily basis? You know, you're having communication with your client, okay? Getting to know them a little bit better. And I know she does wear SPF. She doesn't wear it on her décolleté area. She already told me that. Which she really didn't. I just know. I know her. But am I right? I'm right.
Yeah, I don't normally.
I already know that. So, but I already know this. So, and then you've already formulated a treatment in your mind. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do a second cleanse on you. All right. A brightening cleanser that's going to help with some of that post-inflammatory leftover from your former breakouts. And then we're going to do some steam with a little bit of exfoliation, and I'm going to use the pumpkin enzyme that's going to help with some of the texture issue that you're seeing. It's going to get in there and clean out the pores that are a little bit congested, meaning congested with, you know, dead skin buildup, that type of a thing. You know, you tell them that because they'll say, what do you mean congestion? Because some people think like nasal congestion. What do you mean? You know, you explain she's dead skin, you know, built up. It's going to remove some of that, and then we will do some extractions to also alleviate some of this buildup through here. And then we're going to do a treatment massage. You can kind of call it like that. You can really call your massage whatever you like. And then we're going to do a treatment mask and a serum, and that's it. You kind of, you know, do it like that. Explain to them every step you're going to do so their brain can relax. Because if not, they're going to lay here the rest of the time and think, what is she doing next? What is she putting on my skin? This way she'll know exactly what we're doing. Okay? So, now what? Did you notice I didn't put those back in the hot towel cabbie?
Exfoliate.
Second cleanse. We gotta use that right cleanser.
I thought we already did the cleanser.
That was
Sorry.
the first cleanse. Because now
Okay.
I've chosen the appropriate cleanser for her. So same thing, we're on the back of our hands. So, did y'all notice I didn't put the butterflies back in there? This is a new bottle too.
It's all new. And why wouldn't you put the eye pads back in the hot towel cabbie?
They're
Dirty.
just sanitary.
Cross-contamination.
Cross-contamination. That would be pretty gross, wouldn't it? Because you might have other towels in there that you're going to be, you know, using on another client. Okay?
That smells so good.
It does, doesn't it?
So do you always do a second cleanser at being pink?
Yeah. I got to do it like that.
'Cause what if I had a lot of makeup on?
Yeah.
Did I do it 3 times?
I think so.
Okay, good. See, her skin has changed a lot because I've known her for a long time, right? It has gotten a lot drier.
It's weird.
I don't want to say it's dry, but her oil is
Yeah,
starting to
it's
dry up a
dried
little
up.
bit because it used to be oilier.
Yep.
But again, that's because why? Why do y'all think?
Hormones.
Hormones.
Now, is that necessarily a good thing? I mean, I know you don't necessarily want to have over oily skin, but
I mean,
because their skin's so used to it, does it cause problems?
nope.
No.
It's been lovely.
No, because for her whole life she's been dealing with acne.
Yes.
She's finally not having to deal with it anymore. So,
So
it's
you
not-
just have to learn a different way of dealing with
Yeah,
your
I've had to
skin.
switch some of my skincare.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I've had some bad acne flare-ups. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy crap, it's been horrible. And then one time they gave me a steroid for my knees, and I had a steroid acne flare-up, and that was terrible.
You're talking about the prednisone?
Yeah, the
Oh
prednisone.
yeah, that's just bad.
I will never take that again.
Unless she's like on her deathbed.
It's not worth it.
I wonder why that's why my mom breaks out, because she has rheumatoid arthritis and she gets put on that like all the
Oh,
time.
prednisone will make you break out.
Yeah,
Wow.
steroids will do that.
Yeah, she's had to get a lot of milia extracted
Mhm.
from the dermatologist, or rather the esthetician that does it.
It took me forever for that to go away. I mean, it lasted
That was there for a
forever.
while. Well, plus it's in your system.
And it
It's
didn't.
in your blood.
It didn't
you know?
react. My skin didn't do it.
It's
Till
always
like,
when you get off of it.
It was when I was off of it, and it like a few weeks later, it was just like my face exploded, and it took forever to go away.
Sudsy.
This is kind of an ignorant question because I've
Nothing
never really
is
had,
ignorant.
Well, I've never really had a lot of breakouts, thankfully. So
Right.
that's really painful, though, isn't it?
Oh my god, it was so horrible. Your skin is so tender and it just hurts. It was red and inflamed. Ugh, it was awful.
Sudsy. So, look what I can do. Sudsy on one side, right? Turn it over. Still sudsy.
You gotta squeeze water out of it.
We're so used to using towels.
Remember what I told you about sudsy? You squeeze the water out of it.
Okay?
It's like
squeeze.
a lot.
And what's bad with me, well, you always use 4x4s, that's why. See, I always use towels. That just tells you a little bit when you get out of school, what you use and what you don't use. But I do like cotton. And look, you can always feel too. Feel. Feel to see if you've got all the product off, right? Right, I can feel it, but I'm going to do it one more time. Just because I made enough. Make sure all that water's out. Okay? Y'all getting excited that y'all are going to be doing this?
I'm excited for other people to do it to me.
Exactly. Yeah, you get to have it done to you. But I have to warn you, if you were the first to receive, you might be a little bit too relaxed. That's what I've learned. I'd rather give first and receive last. That's better, it's getting it. I can already tell a difference in her skin from the cleanser. Can y'all tell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no? Yes. I can. See, and you always want to use your finger, use your hands. Don't be afraid to get in there and touch the person, You are the skincare therapist. Go back. So what would be next if we were going to move forward?
A toner.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Extraction?
Mm-mm.
The steamer?
Yes, see, you were listening. We would do the steam with the exfoliation, the pumpkin exfoliation enzyme that I wanted to use on her. We would do that while she was doing this. I would work on her décolleté or neck or her shoulders, do a little massage through there, and then remove it, and then extractions, and then massage, then mask. But we're going to do that. That's to be continued. That's like next Thursday. We're going to show you how to do that. I know. See, we're jumping in. I know. Are you excited? You're like, yes! See, all this book work that y'all are doing is going to pay off. There's a reason why y'all have to do it all first. So, see you later, client. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that to her. But what I am going to do is I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of, you don't want to get up, do you? I am going to do some toner on her, though. Just because I don't want to leave her hanging. and this toner. What do we use toner for?
To regulate the pH.
Regulate the
And
pH,
clean.
to return the pH to where it's supposed to be.
Clean.
Continue the cleansing process. What else?
And doesn't it get like the rust off if there's any?
It does. I mean, you continue the cleansing process with it, but lots of toners, especially with this brand, it has a lot of active ingredients in there, right?
It's like a primer for.
Yeah,
other
it's kind of
products.
like priming the skin for more of those active ingredients that you're going to put on there. Exactly. Exactly. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Did it kind of a little tingly?
Not really. Just feels wet.
Just
I
feels
don't like
wet.
that.
You're like, it just feels wet.
Mhm.
So, and then of course, then we put on the SPF. Do you want an SPF on a client?
Yeah.
Of course, you wouldn't give them that option. You just do it anyway.
Just grab one.
I'm just gonna grab one over here because we don't want her to walk around unprotected. I'm gonna do we have any? What do we have? Do we have any on this card?
There's not any glow.
What?
There's not a glow one.
No, the glow one's gone. There's the skin perfect. There's the primer, the SPF 30. You want that on your skin?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's about all there is. You don't have a choice. Because the product cart is in the other room. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of SPF on her. I don't know how this product really is. See, I just caught myself. I got to do it the way we're teaching them. Sorry, guys. Because as you saw in the video, you kind of start to do your own. Got to get back in the hang of doing it like we're showing y'all. You like this? I don't like the feel of it. It's like got a weird.
It's got that silicone base.
I know,
It's
but
a
it's
primer.
not gliding on the skin though.
Oh. Feels alright. Smells weird.
Yeah, I don't really like it that much. This is not a Dermed product, by the way, so we do like Dermed. This is another brand. Yeah. So how do you feel? Fantastic.
I don't want you to stop.
So it feels so good. But that'll be to be continued. You'll get more next Thursday. How about that? She still owes me a facial anyway. You know why? No, I didn't forget that.
Well, we can do you next Thursday.
No.
I knew you'd say
No,
that.
I want like a facial like with nobody around. The demo's not the same. I mean, it still feels good, but you know how that is. It's like,
Yeah, y'all are all
You're being watched
staring
under
at
our
me.
yeah, you're being watched. So
Plus, you're on film.
Oh, God.
So anyway, so that is the skin analysis, but it's going to get even better once you guys start to work on each other, and it's great that we have such a vast variety of skin types and conditions in here. It's great. Fitzpatrick's. What was Fitzpatrick's scale again?
The different levels of melatonin in the skin.
Well, how well you can
Tolerate the sun.
tolerate the sun. That's right, but it is kind of a
In a
scale.
sense, yeah.
Exactly. All right, so y'all are excited? Yes. Wonderful. I am too. I can't wait for y'all to start